What's up, Jays fans? Nick Gosse here, host of Jays Digest. Welcome. I know I started a couple minutes late. Some technical difficulties. We have a crazy game for you today, and Peter is here. Now in 1 second, I'm gonna drag him in, and we're gonna get all that sorted out and go from there. So we're gonna drag him in now, but hope you're all doing well on this Monday evening. It's gonna be a fun game. Of course, we're in Houston. We're back on the road. What's going on, Chuck, Matthew, Mike? Love the intro music. Appreciate it. I'm going to get Peter in here now. Bear with me for some technical difficulties. What's up, Fluffy? All right, Peter's here. Peter, we are live. Just a full heads up. Gonna try to sort you out here now. They should be able to hear you. I'm going to get your face in here.
Sam?
Hey, ignore this clip.
What's up? Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about it. It's not Nick's fault. It's on me. It's on me today. So
enjoy this defensive clip that is playing. Enjoy the defensive clip. What's up, Nick? What's up, Shane? And
Sam?
I don't know what's going on here.
Swinging him in.
The Rays have been very supportive of him as well.
Figure it out.
I don't know what's.
That's why you get paid the big bucks, dude.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Here we go. We're here. What's up? Peter's here. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a weird thing. My hotkeys weren't working.
No swearing. Nothing.
All right.
Nothing here.
We're sorted. The clips were playing for like 3 seconds. I couldn't turn them off. We're here though. How's everyone doing? Gonna be a fun one. Base bar is updated, so updated standings is there. Everything's good in the world. Everyone's saying hi to Peter. Say what's up. Sorry for that weird start. I apologize for the Adam Simber clip playing nonstop, but we're here. And we have some stuff. We didn't get Peter, but we got Simber instead. Exactly. You got the Simber play. You got some Varsho play. And what a day today is hopefully going to be for the Blue Jays. I'm back. It's been 2 days since I've been on the pregame show. The last time I was on the pregame show, we had some insane donations. So I had to, all jokes aside, my car's been in shambles. So that's why I haven't been able to make it. Peter, you held it down, though. You held it down. Stream's been popping. What's up, Nick, Fluffy, Brosif, Rat Sheet, everyone in here. And anything you want to say before we just get into the lineup previews?
Oh, I'm excited for this game, man. I really am. And we're going to have a different segment in today's pregame stream. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have it more towards the end, but cannot wait. Cannot wait for this matchup. Christian Javier, Kevin Gausman. I mean, this is prime time. This is what you look forward to early on in the season, and we finally got it here.
Yeah. What's up, Paul? Congrats on finishing your exams. Thank you. We are done. You got 2 weeks off. Nick Pod for the third time. Yeah, that was a bad one. I couldn't. The hotkeys weren't working, but we figured it out. Lineup preview.
Just share your screen, Nick, if you can, or is it going to mess everything up here?
It might, and we only need it for the lineup. So
you want to just try it?
We can.
Try it.
Nick has been optioned to another channel. Okay, I'll pop up the thing here now while I try to share my screen to Peter. But Peter, I'll go through the lineups real quick while I'm doing that. We have George Springer, Bo Bichette, Vladdy, Varsho, Chapman, Belt, Jansen, Biggio, and Kiermaier. Whit Merrifield out of the lineup once again. And Peter, I'll let you just touch on the lineup today. Biggio's back in there. I'm going to try to share my screen, guys. Bear with us here. Live streams always have some technical stuff, but what are your thoughts on the lineup today? Hopefully this works seamlessly.
Yeah. I mean, I like it, but I still don't understand why.
All right, 1 second, Peter. We're going to have to just do this here. I'm just going to speak over you for a second, but yeah, I agree about the Biggio. You're good now. Go ahead. You're good.
You got me?
Yeah,
you got me now?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't understand why they keep going back to Biggio over Merrifield. Witt has definitely separated himself early on in the season. Through 16 games, he has by far and away looked like the better second baseman. Between him, Espinal, and Biggio, it shouldn't even be a competition at this point. He should be the everyday guy over there. And then on the occasion he gets an off day or plays in the outfield, that's when you bring in Biggio. That's when you bring in Espinal. Now, Espinal, he was great last year in the first half. He disappeared on the offensive end of things in the second half, and he couldn't even hit his weight. He was batting around 220 in the second half there. Now he's not even batting 100. He's got maybe one hit on the season, so he has not looked good. Obviously, the defense is always going to be there. Same thing with Biggio. You know, the base running is going to be there. He's going to give you good at-bats, but the offensive potential from Whit Merrifield, that's what I'm looking at, and none of them can provide that same level that Whit does day in, day out.
I just don't know why we're not putting Whit in every day just to see what he can do. And obviously I get the left-handed thing, but at this point, like, Whit is hitting well. He has to get into a rhythm. He played the past couple days. He had a couple doubles. He had a double against McClanahan yesterday, so it's just weird. And if you look at the averages from the bottom half there, right now with Belt, Jansen, Biggio, so that'd be 6, 7, 8. They're all batting below, I believe, 150. So I just
I'm okay with Belt playing today.
I agree.
I
but
think this is a good matchup for him. But Biggio, what are we doing, man? What are we doing there?
Yeah, I have no idea. And I mean, Espinal's not in there, which I'm fine with. I don't know. The guys are just not performing, and just put Merrifield in there every day, and I think we'd be happier. Especially like Biggio's not. I don't know. Whatever. I'll move on to the Astros lineup now.
Mm-hmm.
We have Dubon, Bregman, Jordan, Jose Abreu, Kyle Tucker, Jeremy Pena, Corey Julks, Jake Myers, Martin Maldonado with Christian Javier going up there. And I'll tell you one thing, and I just noticed this now, and I noticed it before looking at it. Astros are still a great team. That lineup is not as scary as it has been in the past years playing against them with obviously no Carlos Correa, no, of course, George Springer from a few years back, but no Jose Altuve with him injured. It's slightly, not to jinx anything, but I don't know how you feel about it. I find it slightly less scary than I have in previous years.
2 through 5 is as scary as any other lineup in baseball, but what makes them so scary is when Jose Altuve is leading off.
Yep.
And when he's spearheading that lineup 1 through 9. So they're not the same team without him, and it's evident of their start. I'm not sure what their record is. Maybe
6-9.
7-9.
I think it's 6-9.
6-9, 7 or 9,
One
whatever
of the two,
it is. But actually, a fun fact: they've started with that same record each of the past 5 seasons, and so you can't hold any weight into early season records. I mean, the Rays were 13-0, and then look what happened once they stepped foot in Toronto. So you can't really hold much stock into the record early on. But yeah, their lineup is not the same without Jose Altuve. And I'll go back to Whit Merrifield here, Nick. And we brought this up last year when our channel was first starting out, and we didn't have nearly as many subscribers, and probably more than 90% of you here were not even watching our content back then. But we said Whit Merrifield, once he starts to play every day and once he really finds his spot in the lineup, he becomes a much better player. And you can't keep putting him in one day, then getting him out the next day. You got to give him consistent at-bats because he's a vet. He knows what he's doing out there, and he needs a defined role on this team. He can't be a platoon guy here.
Yeah, and not only that, I guess following up on that, for his whole career before coming to the Blue Jays, he barely missed any games, and he was playing every single day. So, I don't know. He's shown that he can be one of the better hitters, obviously not power hitters and anything like that, but one of the best pure hitters in the league, and I don't know why they're not giving him a chance to do that. I just don't understand. Maybe they're testing the playing field early and just seeing what's happening, but I don't know. It's interesting, and Bros is saying Witt is 2 for 5 with 5 RBIs and 2 home runs versus Javier. Yeah, it makes no sense. No sense at all. Agreed for Merrifield, everyday second baseman, also didn't have a great day in left field yesterday. It's curious how good our offense is doing with the fair amount of our regulars from last year struggling. Yeah. They've had a slow start. Which lineup do you think is better, Astros or Jays? I think Jays lineup is better right now.
Right now, Jays.
Closer.
You want to go rapid fire here?
Yeah, we can go rapid fire. We can go to rapid fire. I haven't really had time to think of one. I'll come up with one on the fly, but I'll let you go first. Also, make sure to hit the like button. Let's try to get to 15 likes on this Monday kind of late night game. It'll end up being like probably midnight for me by the time the game's over at the earliest. We will have a post game tonight though.
Yeah. Yeah, so my first one is, are you worried about Alek Manoah? And if yes, why? If no, why?
That's a tough question. That's a very tough question. I'm going to go with kind of. I'll go with sort of. I think he's going to figure it out, but it's his first ever real struggle at the major league level ever. So obviously there's a bit of worry, and I don't know. I'm going to go with kind of. His velocity was up yesterday, which was good. His command hasn't been there. It's hard. I don't know. Not yet. Give me a few more starts, and if he continues to struggle, then yes. I think for now it's kind of just on the edge. I'm curious to see what Chad has to say about this, though. I don't know. What do you think? A little bit worried?
I am not worried. I think I know what the problem is. It's fatigue. It's fatigue. Now, in his first season with the Toronto Blue Jays, he pitched 111 innings. Then he goes to 195 the next season. That's a huge jump. That's 84 innings. That's like taking Ricky Tiedemann from last year at 70 innings to 150 this year.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There is no way in hell that the Toronto Blue Jays let Ricky Tiedemann throw 150 innings this year, right? And that's because he hasn't played in college. That's because he's not, he hasn't had as many innings logged in his arm as Alek Manoah does. But if we're grading them on the same scale here, for you to go and jump 80 innings, that's a big jump in your workload. And I think it's fatigue. You could see his velocity is not there. It was okay last start. The break on his slider is not there. It's actually moving about 1.5 inches less than it was last year, and he's getting 30% less whiffs on it. So an inch and a half on that slider could make all the difference for Alek Manoah, and he's not locating it. He's getting hit hard when he does locate it, and he's not the same pitcher because he looks gassed. He looks gassed. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, I never really thought about that. It's good. He also has some mechanical issues, which could be a byproduct of being gassed, like you said. If he's fatigued already,
compensating.
Yeah,
he's probably compensating. Yeah,
but if he's fatigued already, how does that get better? Maybe, I don't know. That's a question for you, Peter.
Miss a couple starts.
Yeah, maybe they rest
maybe
him.
like a phantom injury list
or
stint,
even just adjusting
like
his
that.
off days. Maybe just adjusting his off days and seeing.
Or give
happens.
him like an extra off day. Pitch every 6th day for the next couple starts. Because right now I think he's good in spurts. But once they're in high pressure situations with base runners on, he doesn't have that put away pitch that he did last year.
And maybe the pitch clock as well.
Because of fatigue.
Maybe the pitch clock it's making him work faster.
It could be.
Who knows? It's a good point. I never really thought about that. And it's a good point. And who knows? Neither of us know the answer. The answer could be, I don't know. Doesn't affect his whole offseason, the rest have an effect. You'd think, but you never really know. He doesn't look good out there. He really doesn't look anything close to what he looked like last year.
I'm not worried about him, but I do think there's something up because
definitely
for you
something
to go from a 2
and his control is all out of whack
2.24, and that's always been his MO. It's been his control, right? He's always been that guy that can locate on the corners and pitch out of jams. He's never been a strikeout guy, but now, when your stuff just goes from that to...
It's an interesting take. I never thought of it. I don't know if I don't know. Maybe. It's possible. Maybe it's...
I don't know
there's
what
something
else it could be.
It's a good point.
Manoah
was one of the slowest pitchers in the league last year, his first time in between pitches, and that's another thing, and maybe that put pressure on him. But I'll ask mine now. Will just be... I guess I'll ask a similar question. Are you worried about Brandon Belt? Or do you think that he's going to play any sort of role going forward? Because it almost seems like he's already playing less, which is normal, but... He's bad, 5 for 50 or something crazy like that. Are you worried about him at all, or Chad? Are you worried about him? What do you think?
I'm not worried about him either because he's always been a guy that hits in spurts, and he's got those hot months and he's got those cold months. It's been a cold month for him. It's very cold. You can't get much colder than that, but. You give guys like that a longer leash just because of their pedigree, just because of the success that they've had in the past. So I'm not worried about him. I do think he will play a role going forward. Not sure how big that role is going to be, but he is valuable when Vladdy needs a day off or when he needs to DH. He is valuable when there's a righty on the mound because even though he's been striking out a lot, as opposed to the very beginning of the season, he's now starting to work more counts and he's getting into deeper counts, 3-2 counts. And even though he still is striking out, you could see that he's starting to figure it out at the plate and his plate discipline is getting a little bit better. So I think I'm going to give him a little bit more time before I write him off here. And we predicted 80 games from him, right?
I'm a little worried about him. I'm a little worried. I think we should still definitely give him more run. I just don't know if he's going to... I don't know. He looks like a 34-year-old who's coming off injury, which is exactly what he is. And I'm just a little, a little worried that he might not get to the point where he was in 2021. I'm pretty sure that won't happen. Belt might be singing the way we look. I gotta give Belt 2 weeks. Yeah, I think we give Belt a little bit longer, and if it doesn't work, we have tons of other guys, but it kind of goes back to the Whit Merrifield situation, and I don't know. It's interesting. Do you have any other bold questions before we move on?
No, I think we could
rapid fire
go on to
questions. Jeez.
Yeah, we could go on to bold predictions.
All right,
let's because we got started a bit late. So
yeah, we did get started a bit late, around 10 minutes till 14 till first pitch. All right, let us know your bold predictions in the chat, and Peter, I'll let you. Make sure to hit the like button. Let's get to 15. Think we'll use Lucas soon. Yeah, John Steiner mentioned that he might get a start and put Springer or DH this weekend, so I'd expect him to get one this week. Sorry, it's obviously not the weekend. Send Bell to the Shadow Realms. All right, Peter, bold prediction for today's game. Here's the lineup for you. Let's hear it.
Bradley Zimmer hit a home run last year in Minute Maid Park. No one was expecting that, and I don't think anyone's expecting Brandon Belt to go yard today either. So, well, maybe you are if you're on the Belt hype train. But I'm predicting not only 1 but 2 home runs out of Brandon Belt today, and he silences the doubters just for one more day. How about you, Nick?
I like that one. I'm gonna go with a Varsho home run and a Kevin Biggio home run. He's in a silent sauce. I still want Whit Merrifield playing every day, but I think I think that might happen, especially Inversio's coming off of an off day there, right? Yeah, yes, he didn't play last game yesterday with McClanahan on the hill, so I think that could happen. Let's see the ones in the chat. Gosman 20Ks, love that. Belt hits for the cycle. I like Belt hitting for the cycle. I don't know about a triple though. Triple is not gonna.
I mean, maybe the only way he hits a triple is if I'm playing right field and he drills one off my dome, and then so the center fielder's got to run in and catch it.
Or one of those weird like. Actually, he wouldn't even get the third on like a fly ball that no one touches, so it can't be an error. He
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Kevin, I'll add Vladdy through and homer. Manoah has this. I'm gonna go with a Kevin Kiermaier cycle as well. Just throw that in there because that's possible.
That's more likely. Yeah. It's more likely than a Belt cycle. I'll give you that.
Wait, I mean, yeah, I think he's the most likely to hit for a cycle out of. No, that's not true. Probably Bichette or something like that. Yeah. Belt may hit a homer and Yankees hit him with the short porch. Maybe the short porch and left today. Belt can aim for it. Who knows? It's going to be a fun game. I always like the Astros games. It's a 9:40 start time for me, so it's like a mix of late on the West Coast, like the Angels games, and early. But Vladdy hits one into the train tracks. Bold predictions. Varsho throws at a runner at home. That's not bold. That's almost like a common occurrence. Belt 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. A Springer dinger versus an old team. Zach Pop masterclass. Zach Pop has been unbelievable. He has been very good. And we can move now, if you want, to the new segment. I'll let you carry it for today because I haven't had time to look at.
Yeah, I got one.
And you guys can let us know if you sports bet or anything like that. Peter got this, so it's the best bet of the day, and for today's game. And I'll let you cover it here because I didn't really look. I don't have a parlay or anything like that for today. I'm not betting on today's game, but we'll see what Peter's best bet of the day is. We'll see what his. If you are bettors out there and of age, then don't bet, don't gamble, do not gamble. But what are your thoughts?
Of all the plays that I looked over in today's game,
that's very bold, Shane.
And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the odds, the way the odds work, plus or minus. Bo Bichette over 0.5 runs scored is plus 115, and he's been an on-base machine so far in his past couple games. I know he went 0 for last game against the Tampa Bay Rays, but who didn't go 0 for, So I'm going to go with the Bo Bichette over 0.5 runs at plus 115. That's very good value. You'll more than double your money if you take that and it hits. Now, tread lightly. I'm no expert. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have inside intel on whether or not Bo Bichette's going to get on base tonight, but of all the plays I do like that one, and it's pretty good value. I was surprised because for someone that gets on base and gets that many hits as Bo Bichette, then
I like that one a lot. I honestly might go do that. And we have no sportsbook sponsorship, so bet with who you want. None. Maybe in the future when we have
might be different odds. Might be different odds on different.
If we have one in the future, we'll make sure hook you guys up. But yeah, that's a really good one. I like that one a lot. I might throw a 20 piece on that. Who knows?
Dude, don't put that kind of pressure on me now.
Nah.
I said tread lightly. Tread lightly.
Bold prediction, Peter Vryonis is a home run for the Blue Jays before Belt hits for a cycle. I like that.
I mean, yeah, I guess they both have the same probability, right?
Yeah.
Both have the same
we'll throw a bet here and there. Every game we'll throw a bet unless we didn't have time to look at the odds there. But I like that one, and we'll move on now. I don't have one today because I didn't hit home run hitters behind him in a hitter's park is not a bad bet. I mean, he could literally walk and then home run, boom, bets cash first inning. But I don't know, or even a single stolen base. I like that a lot. I might go look at the odds after that.
But it is a tough matchup though because it is Christian Javier and he's got some nasty stuff. He's a big strikeout guy, but Bo's been putting the bat on everything. So I like him to get on base today. And against a team like the Astros, for whatever reason, the top of the order manages to step up and they get on base for the big boys. So I think Bo's going to step it up today.
I also like whatever Gosman's line is for strikeouts. Just hit the over. But let's go.
6.5 is the Astros are tough. They're a pesky team. So I was going to go with over strikeouts on Kevin Gausman, but those guys put the ball in play.
Helps to know how to hit the like button. Let's move on now to Q&A. I don't have the chapter for it. It's not working in hotkey. But any final questions before we wrap up? Shout out everyone in here. We can take you up till first pitch. Let's get to 30 likes. Close to first pitch, at least 8 minutes till first pitch. But Belt and Jansen do a double steal and the world ends. I like that. Peter, I'll get you. I guess I'll get you to, before we just talk to the chat for a bit, get you to give your score predictions and everyone to give their score predictions for today's game, and then we'll just chill for a bit before the game starts. As good a guess as any. Yeah.
Score prediction, I'm going to go 5-3 Blue Jays. I like them in this game. I'm full confidence in Kevin Gausman on the mound. Hopefully he can get some run support today because he has not gotten that in his past couple of starts. He was lucky to have not gotten the loss last time against the Tigers when he gave up 3 runs over 7 innings. But offense has got to do better, hence why I went with the Bo Bichette over on runs. I think it's going to happen. I think the Jays are going to take this game and start the series off on the right foot.
Fair, I like it. I'm going to go 6-4 Blue Jays. 6-4 Blue Jays.
Like
Shane, I'm not that bad. I have the occasional technical mess up.
Come on, Shane. Give him a break, man. Nothing goes on around here without Nick.
It's a lot harder when we doing stuff on the fly because of the audio and stuff. But yeah, I'll take the L though. It's possible, Owen. It's definitely possible. I think it more has to do with the clock and rest, but who knows? It's possible. Jays 5-2 win. Okay, what was your score prediction? I zoned out when you said the actual score.
5-3.
Okay, 5-3. And I went 6-4, so very similar. 5-2. I think the Jays win tonight. This is a pretty important series because we're obviously tied with the Yankees for second in the AL East, both 10-6.
Right.
And I don't know. I just want to keep up as long as we're close to the Rays. And I think the Rays will start to cool down. I don't know what their schedule looks like. I'm hoping it gets harder.
I'm not sure, but I know that the Jays have the Astros for 3 games, and then they're heading to the Bronx to face the Yankees for 3 games. So
Jays are brutal.
I mean, if there's ever a good time to play the Astros and the Yankees, it's probably now with no Jose Altuve and no Carlos Rodon in that Yankees rotation over there. But yeah, 2 tough matchups back to back. But it's best for the Blue Jays to get them out of the way now so they can kind of get some momentum as the season rolls along and head into the playoffs scorching hot.
I like that. We got our Vogelbach or Belt. Probably Belt. Can't get any easier. Yeah, I know. I think my friend said the schedule, I haven't fully looked at it recently, starts to get easier towards the end of the summer. So towards August and things like that, which it always evens out. It's just, it can be tough. Which game are you most worried for this week? That's a good question. Who are we lined up to pitch against or play against pitching wise this series? Javier. I can look it up real quick. Javier today. Tomorrow is
no Valdez. I know there's no Valdez.
Okay, so it's Garcia,
yesterday.
Urquidy tomorrow, and Garcia on Wednesday there, and then of course against the Yankees.
Urquidy is meh. He's
probably a Yankees game. Do we face Cole? Does anyone know if we? It might be. I know they were talking about
Cole Manoah.
So I guess we'll go with that one. That's the one I'm most worried about. Is with Garrett Cole. Tonight's probably a close second though. If you're talking about like winning. Tonight's I think tonight's going to be one of the harder ones. Or against Urquidy. Am I saying that right? I'm definitely not. Urquidy. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Bassett, Sarr versus Astros might be a problem. Luis Garcia. Manoah's on track.
I think Barrios versus the Yankees is good. Oh no, Barrios is on the mound in the series finale against Houston. So
you're right. I have full faith in him for some weird reason. I don't know why. That last start kind of re-energized me. Yeah. My bad. My pronunciation is horrible. The good thing though,
I will say is that Kevin Gausman goes tonight, and he'll go against the Yankees as well. So you have him in both series.
Yeah, and that's
a positive. There.
Would you guys now, chat, consider Gausman our ace? I think me and Peter were there. I think 2 weeks ago, but I think we're definitely there now in the sense of the person who I would put in Game 1 of the World Series. It would be Kevin Gausman, or us Game 7. First. Game 7. I'm just hypothetically like a Game 7 is who I. Who would you guys? I guess that'll be a quick question before we wrap up. Who would you pitch right now in Game 7 of any playoff series? If you had to pick, rest aside. Just it got to be Gausman, right?
Easily Gausman, and you got to line him up for Game 1, 4, and 7.
Yeah.
And you gotta use him. You gotta use him as much as you can. And I'll say this might be bold for you guys. I saw this on Twitter, and I think I agreed with it. Kevin Gausman's the best pitcher that the Blue Jays have had since Roy Halladay. And maybe if you want to count in David Price there in that season that the Jays had him.
You can tie them. You could probably tie them. But
Gausman is one of the most dominant that I've ever seen in a Jays uniform. And that I've seen, let me clarify. Don't come at me with Dave Steve or Roger Clemens because I didn't see them pitch.
We've seen.
That I've seen, it's probably Gausman and Roy Halladay and that stretch that David Price had leading into the playoffs. He was unreal.
I like that. I'm trying to think. I mean, you had Ricky Romero, he had one good season, then kind of fell. Yeah, I think I agree with it. I mean, Gosman's been dominant, and last year he had a 3.38 ERA or whatever it was, with being the most unlucky pitcher in baseball by a landslide. So, if anything, if it starts to collapse a little bit, which it already started to do, then below 3 ERA, I think is plausible, likely even with a Cy Young voting in the future. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. He's just looked dominant so far. Josh Towers for me, top 3 starters: Gosman, Kikuchi, and Bassett. Kikuchi's looked good. His ERA is still 4.5. I didn't realize in his second start he gave up 6 earned runs. I guess because he was taken out for most of them.
Yeah, that was unlucky.
Yeah,
It was unlucky because of the play there in left field.
Yeah, it was
with Varsho, and then that kind of
he's been impressive. Two scoreless.
Has been good.
All right, I guess we'll wrap it up. One last question? Let's get to 20 likes. We're at 18. Shout out to everyone in here. These have been doing well. We love doing them, and there's sometimes time crunches.
Kind of fun, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes hard to get here for the. Because they're obviously very time sensitive. We'll have a post game video for you tonight, win or loss. Hopefully, it's a win. Because Shane, welcome.
Shane, thank you for becoming a member, man.
Appreciate it.
Little buzzer beater action.
Buzzer beater. You get emotes. You get a little Blue Jays Digest logo next to your game. Appreciate it, Shane. Thanks for all your continued support. Clemens was a knockout. Shane, members up. Shout out all the members. Razor down 4-0 in the 6 to the Reds. They're coming back to earth, maybe.
Reds are a good team, man. The Reds have a really good pitching staff, and you wouldn't think so, but they do.
Perfect, Shane. Well, I'll take that trade-off any day. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully we'll see you tonight for the post-game. It should be up very shortly after the game, win or loss, because we didn't upload yesterday. But thank you all for tuning in, and I guess we'll see you tonight.